What is empathy? Empathy may not be a completely brand new skill. It has always been there. It's nothing new, really. But recent research showed the new importance of empathy in times like these, where there is high levels of uncertainty, where everything moves super fast. So empathy is proven to be the leadership competence to focus on right now. There are almost no leadership trainings where empathy isn't part of one way or another. So it's exciting to focus on that skill and that competency for now, and for leaders to develop and flex the muscle of empathy. So what is empathy really? One simple way to define empathy is to use the very common definition of cognitive and emotional empathy. Cognitive empathy is basically understanding people's circumstances, wishes, and goals. So on an intellectual level, put yourself into someone else's shoes. And then there is emotional empathy. Emotional empathy is more about understanding other people's or empathizing other people's emotions and perspectives on topics. In the work environment, we often focus or lean towards the cognitive empathy, where it's about understanding our team members, our colleagues, perspective or needs in a certain situation. And in moments like these, it's proven that listening is a very important skill right now. And we often brush this away because simply listening sounds like not enough, right? Like when we think about amazing leadership, we don't necessarily think about deep listening and understanding what the other person is saying, but we're more thinking like, oh, there has to be the amazing advice that I have to give, or the world-changing idea to solve a problem that has always been there. But sometimes it's not about big words. Sometimes it's about just leaning back, giving your employee, your colleague, or a friend, it doesn't have to be in the work environment, the space to share, to be seen and to be understood. That is something that is so crucial, especially in times like these right now. People are craving for togetherness and be heard and be understood. And empathy can be one very relatively easy way to lean into that. So one part of empathy is simply listening. It's important to not check emails in the background, not look at your phone, have eye contact with the person that you talk to, even if it's via Zoom or video conference. Make sure that you're present in the moment, that you hear what the other person's saying, and then you can even like work with social grunting. It's a fun word for basically noises to indicate that you're listening, like nodding, leaning towards the screen, showing the other person that you're really listening to what they say. It's not necessarily about understanding everything to the deepest level and detail, but the first step is to create the space and be able to just listen. Listen what the other person says and be open and curious what this is all about. Not coming up with a solution or one way or another to fix a problem that the person is talking about. Just give them the chance to listen and make sure that they understand that this is what you do at the moment. Stay tuned for more input about empathy, what the skill is, how it is that it's relevant right now, and how to flex the muscle.